saying a few words when our AOCNC Air Marshal Bauer is retiring from the Air Force on 31st of this month. The Air Marshal has had 38 years of distinguished service, where he has had all appointments that one can aim to, whether on staff or in command. He has had the among of commanding the first voice squadron, which was literally lying in a shape where, well, over the years they were neglected. He not only made sure that they would retreat, they were made fully usable, but then a new work culture started, and that is to be aware of every penny that was being spent. I would say this much, that I was in New when I was in staff, when I heard every day in the briefing when he would ask pointed questions as far as the expenditures were concerned, as far as utilization was concerned, and it was as if everything was going out of his own pocket. And it was, I mean, for us to learn that crores are spent every year, and we don't even know what has been happening to it. Today we are aware, and today we are involved in seeing that we get the best out of the money that the Air Force gives us, the government gives us. As far as I am concerned, he is not leaving us at all. It's till we meet again. Thank you very much, sir. I would request Air Marshal Bauer to honor us by accepting a small moment which would remind him of the privileged association that he has had with one of his smaller wings. Thank you, sir. Das, Mrs. Das, Air Marshal Chakravarti, Mrs. Chakravarti, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be on one of your stations and at the same time be one of the commanders as well. So I am very pleased that I am in 44 wing and also in maintenance command of the Air Force. Das has spoken a lot about my checkered career. I would like to say only in a nutshell that I have had a very good tenure, very challenging assignments, and I wish every pilot goes through that. There is nothing in the Air Force that I have not done. I have commanded the most challenging institutions. I have got the courses that nobody or very few people will get it. I've got the postings, challenging postings at home and enjoyable postings abroad. So you can in a nutshell say that I've had a ball in the Air Force. The Air Force as a law, as a system, as a form. Either you change strategy or you change tactics or you bring in reforms. That is what the change in contribution is. But unfortunately, I go at a time and I leave the service when service is evolving itself, and we have already evolved this service in the last 50 years to this level that no battle can be won without the support of the air. We are pervasive in war, we are dominant in war, and that is where we have come within 50 years. What will happen in the next 50 years, we don't know. Probably we'll be traveling to Jupiter or Mars or something like that. So this is a magnificent service. I have spent my excellent years with it. I have breathed the Air Force, I have dreamt Air Force, and now I go out of it and slowly fade away so that the next man fills the vacuum. But I go away out in the open where things are in disarray. Disarray is the word I would use. You must increase your objectives, add on more objectives so that you remain in pursuit and stagnation does not overtake you. How beautiful the thought is and how well he expresses. He says,
میں شب ہجر آنسو بہاتا رہوں، تم میرے حال پر مسکراتے رہو، مجھ کو احساس تنہائی ہونے نہ دو، اے ستاروں ابھی جگمگاتے رہو۔ شام غم کی گھڑی اب قریب آ گئی، روشنی کا کوئی سلسلہ چاہیے، دل کے داغوں کو اے میرے چارہ گرو، سوز غم کے سہارے جلاتے رہو۔ کیا کروں گا اندھیروں میں غرق ہو گئی، موت میری مجھے ڈھونڈتے ڈھونڈتے۔ بس گھڑی دو گھڑی کی فقط بات ہے، اے چراغو ذرا جھیل ملاتے رہو۔ میں کدے میں نہ ساکی نہ جامو سبو، چند شیشوں کے ٹکڑے ہیں بکھرے ہوئے، پینے والوں کی ہیں یادگاریں یہی، اب کلیجے سے ان کو لگاتے رہو۔ یاد جانا میں گر ان کو نیند آ گئی، لذتے غم سے محروم ہو جائیں گے، میرے تلخ آنسوؤں کی میں تیز تر مستقل غمزدوں کو پلاتے رہو۔ This is the linchpin of the poet. اسے چلنے والے اگر منزلیں پا گئے، چلنے والے اگر منزلیں پا گئے، بادہ پیمائی کا لطف کھو جائے گا۔ رہبرو رہنمائی کرو شوق سے، فاصلوں کو مگر تم بڑھاتے رہو۔ ہے خزاں کا تسلط چمن پر تو کیا، ہے فسردہ یہ گل کر تو کیا، اہل گلشن بہاروں کو رویا کریں، سو تم غم میں بھی مسکراتے رہو۔ So much if I'm retiring, I'll pick some other objective and get there. That's the aim and theme of the poet's poetry and his words. Coming to the outside situation, the places in disarray, you take any aspect, you take the population, the first thing at the scenes, one Australia's population every year we are adding to the country. Bharat Mata can't survive very long. Forests, we are denuding at a very rapid rate. For burning a human being, we needed firewood.